Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Recently I have been working endlessly to find a good dragon build that'll take down Zoh Shia with ease, and I've finally come up with the perfect one, so here we go. First things first, what weapon are we going to use? There's 3 weapons you can use for this build, and I'm going to be going over every single one. The first one's the Enduring Tor, which is the final weapon of the Arcveld tree. This can be a little bit hard to create because you need the tree is pretty big, but the benefits of this weapon is it has a solid attack of 682, but the dragon element is the reason this is so good. It has 250 dragon element. That's the highest dragon element out of every weapon in the game, and it has power prolonger 3 built into it, and then on top of all that it has a level 9 Kinsect. The second weapon on the list is going to be the Lumen's Gift. This is the final weapon of the Gormagala tree, and there's only 2 weapons in the whole tree, so it's very easy to create. It has a 20 affinity built into it. It has the lowest attack though out of the 3 weapons on the list, but it has a solid 200 dragon element as well, and then it has a level 10 Kinsect. That's the highest level in the game, so that's very solid, and then it has critical element 3 built into it on top of everything, so you're getting a lot of benefits just for a little bit of an attack loss. But there is another weapon that's still pretty good. But first, just a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Mitch Cactus. Want millions of Zenny instantly? Or to max out your weapons and gear? Or even skyrocket your hunter rank? Mitch Cactus has got you covered. As the biggest and most trusted name in Monster Hunter Wilds, they'll take your game to the next level, offering safe, secure and ban-free services through 100% legitimate in-game grinding. With ultra-fast delivery, they can even farm rare decorations, complete grindy side quests, and handle everything you don't want to. Plus, they support credit card, crypto, and more. They've got you covered. Still unsure? Check their Trustpilot. Over 15,000 verified reviews speak for themselves. So skip the grind, grab a limited time discount with code SOLSTICE in all capitals, which will be pinned in my comment section below and linked in my description. Anyway guys, let's get back to the video. So guys, for the final weapon on this list, this is the Blazing Katia. This is actually from Zoh Shia himself, and it can be a little bit difficult to make because of the black member mass and the white gleam orb. But that being said, it has 150 dragon element, which is the worst on the list. It has a 5% affinity, but it has 682 attack, which is fairly solid, and the lowest level Kinsect of level 8. But it has the White Flame Torrent, and essentially how this works is every 3 seconds you get an extra 50 attack damage boost. It goes a lot deeper than that, but essentially every 3 seconds you're going to get an extra 50 attack just randomly. So yeah, it's probably the worst on the list, to be honest. I'm personally going to go with the Enduring Tor just because of that extra attack and that insanely good dragon element. This is probably the best weapon to go for. So guys, now it's time to go over the armor set. So we're going to be using the Gormagala head and the Gormagala Graves. Now this will give us Black Eclipse level 1, and this will boost our affinity because the weapon has pretty low affinity. And how this works is after a minute after encountering a large monster, you're basically going to get a boost of 15% affinity. So yeah, definitely worth having these. It's after you encounter a large monster, and it'll give you the Frenzy Virus, and after the Frenzy Virus is cured, it'll give you the 15% affinity, and it even gives you a little attack boost, so definitely worth getting, and it has Antivirus level 1 equipped. Now, we're using the chest piece and the waist. We're going to be using the Numinous Shroud and the Numinous Overlay. Now, the reason we're going to be using these is because it has Agitator level 2 built into it. Now, Agitator level 2 is going to be very good for this build. Sorry, Agitator in general is going to be good for this build. And with the waist piece, that also has Agitator and Coalescent. So it's nearly fully upgraded Agitator just from the armor pieces. And Coalescent is a very good skill for this build. And it also has fire resistant as well, which is very, very good. Yeah, very, very good armor pieces for this build in particular. And then for the arm piece, we're going to be using the Guardian Arcveld. This has Weakness Exploit 2 into it. That's going to save us even more jewels, so we can really, really work with jewels in this set. And it is very, very good for taking out Zoh Shia. This armor set, guys, is the best I could come up with. It's insanely good. And then for the talisman, we have the Exploiter Charm 2. So guys, for the jewels, on the first jewel, the level 3 jewel on the Insect Glaive, I have Dragon / Critical Element jewel level 3. This is going to get your Dragon attack up to level 3, which is insane, and for obvious reasons. And the Critical Element level 1. And then for the jewel below this, we have Critical Element jewel 2. This is going to get your Critical Element to max level. And this is only if you're not using the Gormagala Glaive. And this is going to essentially increase your damage by 1.15%. So yeah, and then I just have the critical jewel level 1 here as a fill-in. This just increases damage from critical hits. So here we have the Challenger jewel in the level 3 gem slot on the helmet. And the reason we have this is because with all the armor sets and the talisman we're using, we got Agitator up to level 4. So we just need one of the jewels to get it to level 5. And essentially how this is going to work is it's going to boost your attack by 20 and your affinity by 15 when the monster's enraged. And Zoh Shia gets enraged basically for the whole fight. So this is insanely important for this build. Make sure you have Agitator level 5. And then down here we have the Sane jewel. And this is going to work really well with Black Eclipse level 1 that the Gormagala armor pieces bring. And the boots actually have the antivirus skill in them already, so you only need 2 jewels in this whole set. And essentially how this works is when you're cured from the frenzy virus, you get a 15% affinity boost. So because our weapon doesn't have a very good affinity, they're going to be awesome for this build. So yeah, that's why we have the same jewel. So here we have the fire resistant jewel. We have 3 of these. And that's to get your fire resistant to level 3. And essentially this will give you plus 20 fire resistant to fire damage and plus 10 defense. So very, very good, because Zoh Shia is going to be mainly using fire attacks, and some of them can nearly one-shot you. But with this, with these jewels, as you can see, the fire damage barely does anything. So this is going to stop you from dying in the fight. You're essentially going to be immortal. So here I have the Phoenix jewel level 2. This is going to get Coalescent to level 3. Now the reason we want Coalescent to level 3 is because it's going to boost your attack by 18 every time the monster, every time you're recovering from a blight or an abnormal status condition. And this monster has a lot of blights. So I think it has 3 different blights, and you're always going to be, recovering from at least one of them. So it's just basically a free 18 attack, essentially. So it's only really good for Zoh Shia, but it's really, really good. So down here, as a fill-in, we just have the Chain Jewel, and this will boost the burst skills. So it's just a bit of a fill-in jewel here. Then down here, we just have the Physique Jewel, level 1. So just a bit of a top-up. So for the Kinsect, we're going to be using the Arc Maiden. And the Arc Maiden is by far my favorite Kinsect in the whole game. It's just really good for every single build. And there's 4 reasons why. Firstly, it's a blunt type Kinsect with Harvest Extract, so it can grab up to 3 extracts fast, and more uptime, more power. It pairs perfectly with Elemental Insect Glaives, especially when you can stack Critical Element and Coalescent. And it boosts aerial playstyle, great for staying aggressive while buffed. And it helps you maintain the triple buff uptime, which is key for Elemental Glaive builds. It's just a very, very good Kinsect. I highly, highly recommend it. So guys, how to comfortably play this build is to use the Rising Spiral Slash to get your this will give you 2 Kinsect dusts straight off the bat, and then you want to just quickly refill it, and it's by using getting the Kinsect dust you didn't get. And essentially you can just keep rinsing and repeating this method. Go for the middle of the monster to get different Kinsect dusts and deal the most damage, because it's where all the weak points are, and just keep doing this over and over again, and essentially you're just going to destroy the monster so quick, it's not funny. The Insect Glaive is perfectly paired with Zoh Shia. Zoh Shia is very weak to it, and especially with this build, it is just perfect. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys, how you could tweak this to make it even better, or just what you think of the build in general. It'd mean the world if you could go down and leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.